Hey guys, welcome to the 56th C# tutorial that I'm making for the new Boston. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to use the directory class a little bit. So all you're going to need for this tutorial is a button and a little bit of code. So once you have your button on your form, just go ahead and click the button. Alright, so this code that you're going to need is basically just a folder browser dialog and an if statement checking to see if when the folder browser dialog is shown that the user actually selects a directory. Also, you're going to need to be using the system.io namespace because the directory class is inside of it. So once you have that all typed out, just go ahead and type directory to access the directory class. Then using the dot operator, we now have access to all of the methods inside of the directory class. So the first method that we're going to be looking at is the getFiles method. And the getFiles method, it just says returns the names of files in the specified directory. So basically that just means that it will get the file name for every file that is inside of the directory specified. So if we were to go ahead in here and we're just going to use the path to the directory that the user selects using the folder browser dialog. So we're going to do fbd.selectedPath. So basically this will just return a string array of the path to every file inside of the folder. For example, if we were to select this folder right here, we would get a string array with a path to each one of these folders. So it would be like atom/desktop/test folder/text document 1, text document 2, and text document 3. So you would get an element in this string array for each one of these documents. So if we go ahead here and create a new string array, we'll just call it files, and we'll set it equal to this, basically just what it returns. And you can tell by right here, since it returns a string array, as you can see, it just says like string with the 2 brackets after it, which means it returns a string array. So now we can just use a for each statement to loop through every single file inside of this string array right here. So we're just going to do for every string s inside of this files array, we just want it to display it in a message box so we can see this and make sure that it's working. So now we should just get 3 message boxes, one for each of the documents inside of this folder right here. Yep, one for each of the text documents. So the next method that I'm going to show you is the getDirectories method, and basically it will just get all the directories inside of this test folder right here. So we should get this one and this one. Both of these are folders, so they're directories. So we're just going to go ahead here, instead of saying get files, we're going to say get directories. So like I said before, we should get a message box now for directory 1 and directory 2. Directory 1, directory 2. The final thing that I'm going to show you that is in the directory class is the getLogicalDrives method. And basically this will just return all of the drives on your computer. So we just go ahead here and we're just going to do directory.get logical drives, and this will just return a string array with every drive on your computer. So, and we're just going to set it equal to a string array. I'll just call it drives. And like I said before, this will just return a string array with every single drive on your computer. So now we're just going to use a for each statement to loop through this string array so that we can see all of the drives. So we string s inside of this drives array right here. And we can have a message box display it. We get C, D, E, F, G, and I don't know, I have a bunch of drives. So, yep, that's pretty much it for this tutorial on the directory class. In the next tutorial, we're going to be getting a little bit more into the directory class. So, see you guys.